OnChain. OnChain revolution, Bitcoin not an illusion. Market recap, then I do a roll call. You're not bullish in the vocal. Look at the price action, trend. Yeah, send it to the deck. Sell it through the Sept. Ordinals the best. Too much Bitcoin, gotta go to read. If you end up bearish, gotta put the knee pad. Let me see the comments. Look at the fear and greed index. Bridge. Look at the chart.
Welcome back to On-Chain Revolution. My name is Shizzy on the channel. We cover the entire Bitcoin crypto ecosystem. What's up, guys? We have an amazing interview for you guys today. Today, we're interviewing one of the founders of Ordinal Hive. What these guys are building is something truly amazing. I mean, it's ordinals to the core, right? They're building a marketplace where you can use sniping tools. You can pretty much use everything that gives you the advantage that we didn't have before. And that's one thing that's awesome. We do have some crazy stuff happen this week with BRC 2.0. We're going to talk about that as well and how that kind of goes into what Fonzi and them guys are building or not. We're going to find out everything for you guys. This is truly alpha in this episode. If you do have an Ordinal Hive pass, you're going to be very happy because he has some alpha for that as well. And on top of that, we're going to just have some fun. Fonzi's been a friend of ours for a long time, so it's going to be a fun interview. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. But first, we bring in my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Ordinal Hive. We've been partners with these guys for over a year. I mean, Fonzi has been somebody who we, truly call a friend now. He's been somebody who's been super early to the ecosystem and somebody who, even if we weren't friends, we'd probably be following him because he's bringing alpha to the game.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's like a certain group of people that are in this like fraternity of like OGs from like the 2023 year that we all got to experience that blissfulness, and we hope that we get something similar at the end of this year, but even better. But he's a part of that group, right? The early adopters of something that was truly innovative in 2023, and now his platform is an extension of that, and the innovation continues. And super excited about it because it's really, in my opinion, going to be game changing for people to have that edge, right? Once ordinals start to get hot again, you got to have some sort of edge in the aspect of like, tools in your toolbox to be able to see, what's hot, what's in the mempool, what fast, lightning fast type of a platform. And that's what Ordinal Hive is. And I'm really excited about what they're about to come out with here, with a collection and a token. And we've been waiting a long time. So I'm ready for him to kind of break down what is right around the corner.
Yeah, 100%, man. So let's just jump right into it. Let's bring them up. Fonzi, welcome back to On-Chain Revolution. Thanks so much for being here, sir.
Yo, how's it going, Shizzy? How's it going, Yagobi? How you guys been?
Good, man. Been good. Waiting for this bull run to come. Is it here? Is it
well,
right around the corner?
I'll tell you this much. I think Adderalls are bringing that up with the BRC 2.0s after like what they did, success off to like Tom Riddle, what he's done there with Adderalls and so forth. But I think BRC 2.0s might be bringing it up. Bitcoin has been like, kind of in a very strange place, right? At least the ecosystem and the assets. Like we've been on this kind of like bull bear kind of place. It's very unknown. But I do have like hopes, conviction for the future of it, and very, very excited to be part of that as well.
Yeah. Exactly. Go ahead, Shizzy.
No, I was just going to say, for anyone who doesn't know, what is happening with the BRC 2.0 from your perspective?
Oh, I think there's a way to look at this. I think for some time now, like there's been a lot of people who want to make sort of the experience of trading tokens of Bitcoin much more similar to what you see like on different ecosystems that have been very successful, Solana, Ethereum. Obviously, there's like this PMF that has been reached over there. So like, bringing that back here on the mother chain and where you can sort of get Bitcoin in return is just something that, I think is a pretty nice sort of like play, right? It's a very nice kind of at least cornerstone to have. And so with BRC 2.0, you'll have like an upgrade on the programming and just make it more programmable. Definitely it'll be progressive in the sense that there'll be different phases to it. So don't experience like don't bring your hopes up on the first day when it's launches that the trading experience will change dramatically. No, it's going to be progressive. I believe there's 2 updates to that, but eventually you'll see us sort of AMM kind of style of trading on Bitcoin. Even swaps, right? Trading within stuff. And for us, like I think at Ordinal Hive, that's something we've always like kind of envisioned. It's very much possible to trade sort of your assets within blocks. We do that at Ordinal Hive. We are the fastest Bitcoin marketplace, and not we don't care. We don't just say that, but we do offer the fastest speed and fastest data from anything out there. And there is a way we can trade assets within the block itself before it confirms multiple times, right? So excited to kind of showcase that, and excited to also talk about more of the stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And before, like, so we're very familiar with Ordinal Hive, and a lot of our audience is as well. But there's going to be some new audience that watch this episode. So could you kind of, from a high level, basic level, break down what Ordinal Hive is and what it brings to someone that might be a new user looking to trade ordinals?
Exactly, exactly. I think, I remember the first time when like there was someone I was talking to who's a founder of a very popular marketplace in sort of the Ethereum space, wearable. And we were talking to him and stuff, and he was like kind of waiting in a mempool for his asset to show up, and he was like, "Yeah, man, this sucks. This experience is horrible. Like, it's not something you see like elsewhere." And so for us, like, well, if we want to like really onboard people, if we really want to be competitive in that landscape, then we might as well have something that provides a very nice user journey, user experience. So I'll showcase that. I'll kind of showcase that to you guys live as well. But that's something we hope we hope to like kind of push out there and kind of start really becoming a standard approach, and very happy to like see others kind of follow suit too, because obviously it'll benefit the ecosystem as a whole.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. You guys put out a tweet very recently, basically talking about your mint and everything you guys are kind of doing. I mean, I go and bring that up, and I'll actually read it to everyone who maybe hasn't seen it yet. But if you go over to Fonzi's and Ordinal Hive's main Twitter account, which is or at Ordinal Hive, you guys put out this thing right here. So mint price 0009 BTC, mint date September 2nd, 1 p.m., which is Tuesday. GDP is 1 to 2 p.m. First come, first serve is 2 to 3 p.m. The size, you're doing 2,222, and the marketplace is uzo.xyz. Can you kind of get into this? What is this all about? What are you guys doing here?
Yeah, 2022, 22, that's like a core number. But yeah, no, there's a lot to kind of dissect here. Like, first of all, like shout out to Yuzo too. Like, they've done a fantastic job when it comes to inscribing stuff, and they use AI to do that too. They also came out the lab, so very nice core team there. I got the pleasure of working with them before, so they're very, very capable. So we'll be using Yuzo for that itself, and for the collection itself, there's kind of like two different things that are noted. Number one, the first thing is that people who hold these assets, obviously, not only will they be able be part of like the ecosystem itself, and you don't need to have one to be part of the ecosystem, but obviously you'll earn like points multipliers when you do use our platform, which is very important. And I think there's lots of sort of interest. There's actually quite a lot of demand for it, which is very, very exciting, obviously. And so we have to be very careful how much we give out to specific communities. So that we do guaranteed. The guaranteed ones in the first come first serve, so people can get those. Our high pass holders get one airdrop for free, so we'll be airdropping them one specific of our B collection itself, and also be able to sort of like be part of the mint process too. And the second thing for being an NFT holder is that you will also get airdropped our token. So we will have a BRC 2.0 token for our ecosystem. It's powering the Ordinal Hive ecosystem itself, and it's built by traders for traders. And so the idea is we want to create a ecosystem that's also not only decentralized, but that's also sort of rewards the holders, rewards the people who kind of use it consistently. And there'll be some staking updates. There'll be more sort of like information provided to you guys, and also like kind of revenue share model that we do provide, and we definitely want to be something that we ship over to our holders. But yeah, you definitely want to kind of like keep your eyes on that stuff too. There'll be lots of benefits and perks, so you'll be definitely airdrop one of those, of one of our tokens, or kind of a specific allocation for each holder. And obviously our high pass holders will also get the benefit for that too. So that'll be quite exciting, and also be part of like this kind of revolutionary sort of trading ecosystem that we're building on L1. And there's so much to get sort of start talking there too. But yeah, those very two interesting things will be kind of at play as well.
All right, so that was super fast. So I got a lot of questions from this. My first question, you did say that you will have a BRC 2.0 token that is connected. This is going to be your main token, and you also said that this is going to be given, whether that's staking or airdrop, to the people who mint this collection that is dropping on Tuesday. Did I say everything correctly? Wow.
Yeah, that's correct. There'll be others. We'll provide more information how you can obtain that too. Obviously, you don't need to be a holder to get one. Like you'll get one if you're a holder. Our protocol, we are a platform first. Like our goal has always been to build the fastest Bitcoin marketplace that we can for the traders, and so that's been our focus, right? So our protocol would, kind of sort of sustain at least our kind of like skills and stuff. Like you can see what we've been working on. You can see development process too. So you'll be part owner of that, obviously. And there's obviously going to be revenue share models down the road, but staking your assets will guarantee you more. And engaging with our ecosystem, if you hold one as well, can also give you more points as a points multiplier. So there's different ways to engage with us. We'll provide more details so the users and traders know about that as well. But yeah, this is some exciting stuff, and can't wait for that sort of official kind of debut there.
Has a snapshot been done? And I still have two questions there. I hold a couple Ordinal Hive passes. I got like 3 in one wallet. Will I be getting 3 airdrops, or is just 1 per wallet? My second the second part of that is just from holding this, I get the the NFT or the Ordinal, and then on top of that, I'm getting multiple airdrops if I hold the pass, the Ordinal, and basically.
That's
okay.
right.
And is it like, will I get 3 airdrops if I hold 3 passes?
Yeah, so you'll get 1 airdrop per pass itself. So we'll have 1 airdrop. Our collection is very small. It's 22 size, so it's purposely done that way. We don't want to like blow it itself for now. So you can expect at least 1 airdrop to your wallet, and as you said, like you'll get also airdrop tokens from your high pass and your NFT collection. In addition to that too, like, I think so you mentioned like, kind of the idea behind there's BRC 2.0 like a lot earlier. I think with that sort of it's a journey factor, right? At the end, like we are an orders marketplace. A lot of us kind of came from that sort of scene. We're familiar with that. We're not just doing those specific assets, any Bitcoin native assets. We'll be able to be traded on a platform, the NFTs at least. And then down the road, we can always add different assets based on demand. But I think the ecosystem is pretty good right now. It's in a great place, a lot better than it was 2 years ago. And I think it's going to be a fantastic way to kind of like achieve this in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really exciting stuff, man. And the revenue share and the kind of governance aspect of the Hive token excites me, because this is what I expect to see more and more of for serious utility projects, right? They're talking about like doing a revenue share, and I think that a lot of projects have wanted to do something like this in the past, but they just we weren't at the same place that we're at today as a space, you know what I mean? And so today you're able to do that and offer that to your supporters. So that's going to be super, super exciting stuff. Plus the BRC 2.0 stuff, you got to imagine that there's going to be some magic if they can, play this out the way that they are saying they're going to, in terms of this EVM and this AMM and the smart contracts actually referring to these ordinal inscriptions. It kind of goes back to like the foundation of where it all started, and using smart contracts together. So it could be really, really exciting stuff. Do you expect to see more utility projects kind of come out and do this, kind of do a give back revenue share style kind of tokenomics and stuff?
I think there's waves to it. I think we're close to that wave there. I would expect other projects to kind of follow suit as well. Like we have like the meme coin approach, which has been like pretty much a dominant force the last couple of months and the last couple of years too. In the Bitcoin space, like we haven't had so many kind of projects or products, really good quality protocols kind of launch their own token. And like, to be honest, if you're a Web3 kind of like company, it makes sense, right? Like kind of just the ethos of it makes sense. It forces you to kind of do something like that. And it's a much better approach, right? Much better to kind of like, just power your ecosystem, incentivize your users, reward your users, importantly, have them be part of the process for the foreseeable future. So I really think it's something that we'll start seeing very, very soon. And what better place to do it than like in Bitcoin, right? I think there's lots to say regarding like the last couple of years in trading and all this stuff, and BRC-20s 2.0, like whatever the case is. But in the end, like I think we've come full circle, and we are literally, as you said, we're coming back to the very foundation that kind of set this up for us.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I'm excited for this, dude. Can we kind of see the art? Is there anywhere we can go to kind of see what
Yeah.
these ordinals look like?
Yeah, so let me share my screen with you here. Okay, so we do have this website here. We have different types. So we're gonna have obviously like yellow, gray, red, some like rare zombies, and one alien. I'm not gonna preview the alien zombies. I want that to sort of be something we'll do later on. Like those are pretty cool, but I'll preview like the yellow ones. So we do have different stuff. Like I think for us, like one thing we've been doing, and actually part of like our marketing too, is we have adopted sort of this bee, right? And it sort of like colors yellow, black that represent that. And so like with that, like our art sort of represents the very same thing too. So the background we kept black, but we kept different sort of just traits. So you have like the sun, you have a happy face, you have hearts. We also added this kind of glow to it. We do love glow. We do love like kind of what it represents and sort of like how it looks as well. So it's very simple. It's very simple kind of drawings that you can expect anyone to draw itself, but like sort of the simplicity is kind of quite interesting because it adds to its complexity, right? So we do have some traits like the hat itself, the wizard hat that we do like laser. We got introduced laser eyes. Obviously, we are also fans of puppets, so some of them do carry bongs. I think that's a very rare trait that you'll see. But yeah, most of these kind of like items here are quite exactly something that we do enjoy in the eco and that we do kind of like ourselves as artists and traders.
Yeah, I actually really like the art. It is kind of like that simplistic line art, and I think that works. You know what I mean? Because, like OMB is kind of like that, except for it's sloppy. This is like kind of clean, and so it does definitely make it unique. I hope that I can get an alien. How rare are they though?
I think there's only like 18 aliens.
18?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
there's 18 aliens.
Is that the most rare one? You don't have
That's
to
the
show
most
us.
rare one.
You can save that
Yeah.
one for the reveal. But
Yeah.
I just want to see. I want to see if I get rich instantly whenever I met one of these. Because the aliens, man. I mean, it just feels good to hit an alien in any collection. I feel like
It does. Yeah, it really does.
it's definitely exciting too. And there's also that extra incentive too. Like the airdrop with this. How long is this gonna basically obviously till you mint out, right? That's the idea. So when are we kicking this off?
So it's gonna be progressive steps. So obviously the mint's happening September 2nd. And so guaranteed have this time slot. And again, we'll kind of reiterate these points as we go, as we get closer. So September 2nd is when you can expect this. Afterwards, there'll be a sort of like progressive approach. And then once we officially launch it as well, like we've been in stealth mode the last couple of months and we've done fantastic well. We have some traders, individuals who gave us lots of feedback. So we've established this very direct feedback loop. And so once we go officially live, you can sort of expect more things to kind of like be known in terms of how to kind of gain these kind of points to sort of gain the token itself. And we'll reveal the TGE date as well. But just hold on to them. You'll be able to stake these NFTs as well. And obviously, there will be rewards for that as well. So we'll provide a more detailed blog post so you guys have it very, very clear and detailed on how to kind of do this. But expect it to happen in September, sort of our launch, and a couple of days after the mint itself. And from there, it's just off to the races.
I think Shizzy's trying to talk.
I was just saying, I feel like this collection could like be something on its own because it's really dope. It could be like like an OMB style thing. I think this could actually do really well in the sense of not just being a part of Ordinal Hive, but actually being a really awesome collection here.
Like a cultish community of the bees.
That's right.
The killer bees. I mean, like, yeah, and I think it's good timing too because obviously this week there's a lot that is kind of swirling around the BRC 2.0 hype. How do you feel like this is all going to play in together? Do you feel like we get that energy back that we once had, like in late 2023? What are your thoughts on that part?
I think I think there's a couple of things. Like obviously, like the most recent one, Adderall's like did a fantastic job with their mate. Hats off to them. Hats off to the team. Hats off to Tom as well. Fantastic guy. And so I think you can look at them as a signal, right? And I think people are kind of tired. Like there isn't really much demand for these assets, right? Like there isn't much demand for like the token, like the trading in the ecosystem, much less in other ecosystems. So like that kind of experience definitely needs to be improved. We are seeing institutions come into like the ecosystem too, and others kind of investing in projects. So that's always a bullish sign. So I think at the end, like we'll have like something that users do like, and it really just takes one runner to like bring the attention back to that protocol, right? So I do like what 2.0 is doing. I do like the team behind it too. I'm very I was pleased to kind of meet the founders there back in Denver. So, definitely know them and they're very, very good at what they do as well. So, they pretty much got in a bag, and I think the progressive rollout is very smart. And, I think CatSwap and CoinCooker and others that they're kind of like developing with this ecosystem is a pretty nice play, and we'll see what happens. But as of now, the intention is like here, it's in the Bitcoin space, which is nice. And, everything else that's being built is to kind of like support that. So, overall, I think you wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
All right, so we talked about the BRC-20 or 2.0. We talked about the collection, and we talked about the Ordinal Hive pass, but this is all kind of points to the main product, which is your platform. Can you kind of get into the platform a little bit and maybe tell us why and how this is the fastest trading platform for Ordinals?
100%. Yeah. So let me share my screen with you guys real quick. And I think that's like that's one of the biggest motivations there, was to create that sort of faster speeds, faster, trading platform. And why is like as you kind of mature, like as a marketplace or ecosystem matures, like you have more institutional grade platforms out there. And so like you want to provide the speeds, right? Speeds of transactions are everything. You want to make sure you lock in trades, you exit trades. With us, like we built one of the fastest aggregators out there. We became the second biggest one by volume. And we also have a faster trading engine. So you can purchase these assets, right? You can purchase these assets within like, the actual block time, and you can relist it. So like once you purchase, suppose I want to, purchase an adder, you can purchase one of these assets here, and then they'll show up on your orders here as well. You can relist those assets instantly within the same block without having to wait for the block to confirm. So you can really enter, exit, lock in, and profit within that block. So there was a period of times where Adderalls were running up, right? They went from like they were 1,000 to like 1,500 and up and so forth. If you bought 1,000, you want to like do a quick flip, you can buy 1,000 within the same block, list it at 1,500, make a quick exit, and then kind of like locking your profits. It's sort of, that's kind of the environment, that's kind of like the eco, the platform we want to build with those kind of faster trading speeds. So we just brought like the Solana level speeds onto Bitcoin, and I think that's a huge level up.
Yeah, man, 100%. It's really interesting too that you guys are doing this using that like normal Bitcoin technology, right? Sniping and all that stuff's just very, it's in Bitcoin. It's something that it's there, and you guys are choosing to use it and help your users kind of fight the old snipers, right? Taking the advantage away from the tech guys and actually putting it in the hands of the everyday guy that's buying and selling orders.
Yeah. And it's not technically sniping, but it's a very similar process, right?
Gotcha.
And so for us, like, yeah, like you won't be able to like snipe that altogether. Like you pretty much are protected. There's we offer snipe protection with the faster speeds as well. So like if you want to relist it, you can, right? So like that's one of the biggest offerings we do have. And so that's probably the biggest kind of signal that the ecosystem has been like a lot more maturing over the course of the last couple of months. So definitely excited to roll this out with you guys in the community.
Yeah, I think this type of platform is going to be very, very useful for once NFTs and ordinals are really, really hot, right? Because whether it's Q4 of this year or early quarter of next year, once people have made a lot of money off the tokens, they're going to look to the digital art side, and having that edge and going on somewhere that's quicker and it's actually feeding from every single marketplace, you're going to get have the fastest and then the best pricing and stuff like that. So that's pretty awesome. I love it. I'm excited about it. When do you think that kind of season is coming? Like what's the chatter amongst like marketplaces and stuff? Do you feel like ordinals are kind of thinking maybe towards the end of this year or maybe early next year? What's the thought process?
Yeah, it really depends. Like it's a lot of it's narrative driven, and usually when we do see cycles, like they're usually the last assets to be propped up, and it kind of cycles through, right? You have like the Bitcoin, altcoins, meme coins, slash shit coins, and NFTs are pretty much last assets to be propped up. If BRC 2.0 does really well, and there's like other projects who launch successful projects and have great communities, you can see it run up there. The demand for these assets, as well as like kind of in a place where I think the last couple of years, like people have seen sort of like the value of having something on Bitcoin, but pretty much like people haven't been engaging with the ecosystem due to like the infra and like other sort of environments that have prevented that from happening. But we do expect the commission is we do expect these assets to kind of have its moment, its time, and so we'll be prepared for that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you guys offer rare sats on here, or is that something maybe in the future?
We don't offer rare sats. Obviously, that's part of like the eco, like kind of what's part of like the eco and having those specific assets. We will be offering other assets. You'll have a BRC 2.0 play on the platform itself, so you'll be able to trade those too. And so, yeah, like I think whatever the users want to add it as well, we can add those too.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Yeah, man. Well, this has been absolutely awesome, Fonzi, man. Really appreciate you coming on and teaching our community what's going on with your project and this mint. Really, really awesome. But we'd love to give you stage one last time if you want to kind of go over the mint as well. The stage is yours.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Easy Yagobi, for bringing me on. Love the OnChain Revolution. Love what you guys built so far as well. I think we do have Ordinal Revolution here, which is nice. I do like their own logo. So that's hype. And also, yeah, so like prepare for mint September 2nd. We're gonna have guaranteed phase for 1 hour window, then first come, first serve for a second hour before we open up to the public. The mint price will be $10, which I think is relatively good price for what we're gonna be offering down the road, down the future, and come up with perks, right? So you'll be able to have staking rewards. Obviously, we'll have the token airdrop to the holders and much more. So definitely appreciate you guys for bringing me on, and super excited for the future.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Fonzi. Hey, buddy. Absolutely awesome as always, man. It's always cool to talk to Fonzi. He's one of those, like I said in the beginning of the show, one of those OG guys, been here forever. But that's kind of our show here, guys. Really appreciate you guys checking it out and checking what Ordinal Hive is building.
Absolutely. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for hanging out with us. Hopefully you guys got educated and getting ready for this mint. This is going to be an exciting mint in my opinion. We haven't had too many exciting mints for Ordinal, so it's refreshing to have one come through. I mean, this is definitely a throwback episode for sure. There's many reasons for that. But yeah, super excited about it. Definitely pay attention to the mint drop. Also, the Hive tokens related to that. Get yourself an Ordinal pass as well. And if you could check out our partners, we greatly appreciate it as well. All of our partners in Tokyo Wallet, Sats Terminal, Emblem Vault, Merlin Chain, and of course, our guys, Ordinal Hive and Artura.finance.
Yep. Make sure you guys check out our website too, onchainrevolution.io. Some of the best articles. We got VPNs over there. And if you're interested in merch, we have some of the best merch. Might have to get my bee that I get, put it on a hoodie or something, because that'd be pretty dope. But thank you guys for watching. And until tomorrow.
Peace.
OnChain Revolution roll call. Market recap. You're not bullish enough. No. You're not bullish enough. No. Look at the price go. Bitcoin control. Why you still coping? Price action rolling. Don't fall for bear trap. Swapping indexes and putting it up in the sex. I can take profit right now. OnChain is where I be now. You can never look back. They don't want you to know. How did the market react? Fear and greed gotta adapt. Now we bridging the tokens and marching the network right now. You know how crazy we are. Nookies are savages now. They know how crazy we are. Chain abstraction, main attraction.